is that we all get it. Don't give in to the pain, just keep living, cause
got dreams I'm striving for. So I'm gonna live higher. I'm gonna live higher. I got dreams I'm striving.
What's up, guys? I wanted to bring on today Lisandro Garcia. You guys have seen him in several of my videos before. We wanted to talk about a recent rehab he just closed on. We did a video on it. You guys can go check that video out, see the before, and I'll try to give you guys some pictures of the after. But he just recently closed on it, so we're going to talk about how he got the deal, talk about the numbers, and then talk about where he thinks the market is headed. So if you wanted to kind of do a little quick intro, Lee, if you wanted to go ahead and do it.
My name is Lisandro Lee Garcia. I'm a realtor investor in the South Jersey area. Me and a good friend of Toby's, actually, we're family. I buy and sell in South Jersey, and then y'all got deals, reach out to me.
Okay. So let's talk about the deal that you recently just closed on. First of all, what did you sell it for? I'm a number guy, so I go straight to, like, what did you sell it for?
Well, I had it listed at $124.99, and Toby, I had 4 offers in one day. It was nuts. I was like, this is pre-COVID. I got so many offers, and I got an offer $3,000 over listing. So it was like $127.99 offer, and it was they didn't need no money to close. Usually they ask for money back and stuff to close and stuff. So seller concession, that's what I call it. They asked for money back. No money back, nothing. He was approved. So I said, yeah, I took it. And what happened was, because we're having a little problem in the market right now where, I hope it doesn't keep on, but a lot of these appraisals are coming back low. Like in my office, there was 5 back that came back $3,000, $4,000, $9,000. Mine's came back $9,000 low. So it actually appraised at 118. Now, usually I will fight it, but like it was in between COVID, it was like 3 weeks ago. So it was kind of like scary. So I said, I had a big cushion on the deal. So I just took it. And remember, I'm in a part of the rehab, and I make the commission off the deal. So, it's chump change really, but I took 118 for it.
Nice. Congrats. So for the people who haven't watched the previous video, let's give them some context as far as what the actual numbers were. So number 1, where did you find the deal? Number 2, what did you buy it at? And number 3, what were your all in as far as the rehab costs and things like that?
I brought it auction. I'm an auction guy. I love the auction. I bought it for $49,000. It had an $800 lien on it, so I was in it about $49,800. I put in $25,519. Like point, that was it. And so we were all in about 75. I ran it off like about $75,000. And we sold it for 118.
Okay. And so how long did it take you from A to Z to like? How long was the process from when you closed on it to when you sold it?
It was specifically 113 days. When I started this rehab, see, I'm a guy that like to be in and out of properties 91 days. If you know anything about mortgages, you have to own a property for 90 days before you could close on the FHA, before a buyer could buy FHA approved. Right. Usually I'm messing around with prices that are FHA buyers, 3% down. You might get conventional in area win, but usually get FHA buyers. So I wanted to be out of it in 91 days. I went over by 22 days. Because of COVID, COVID slowed a little bit of things up. Like even to get the CO was a headache. I had to wait 2 weeks to get a CO. The guy was giving me a headache on the CO. It was something like behind the stove that wasn't connected to the wall. Come to find out, the guy fails me 2 times. So I called him the day of closing. He failed me in the morning. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, we made sure this thing's right. The guy didn't even put the stove forward. He just failed me for no reason. He didn't even check it. And when I'm on the phone with him, I tell him, yo, like, can you come out, meet you at the property, show me what we got to do. I got to close this thing at 4 o'clock, and I don't want it to get delayed. He's like, oh, it's not on there. I'm like, no, it's on there. Oh, it's on there, and he passes. Wow. Crazy story, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Speaking of COVID, where do you think the market is headed? Obviously, no one really knows. We don't have like a crystal ball, but based on your experience, since you're like in a realtor and you're as an investor, where do you think we're headed with this pandemic? Once it's over, where do you think we're headed?
We've been talking on and off, me and you, and like 2 weeks ago, I told you, this is over. This is like we're in a recession, but now I'm like, are we? If you know, I don't follow politics like that. I'm not a politician guy, but Trump put like a lot of real estate people in power, so we won't go into the recession. So I think Trump is gonna, as far like the houses I mess with houses that are 150 down. That's where I'm gonna stay at. I don't want to be over that. So what I'm thinking is there's still gonna be like a lot of programs out here for people to buy houses. You need the economy to keep on going. Houses make the economy go. But as far as buying and stuff as an investor, everything I'm offering is 15%, 20% less than what I was offering 45 days ago.
Right,
because, you know, we don't know.
right.
I can say that, but am I confident in that? I mean, I'm talking to a lot of lending guys. The banks are still lending. So, but what happened was a lot of the, what happened was in the investor market, the hard money lenders started tightening up. So now the deals aren't flying off like they used to. And now you'll come in and get a cheaper deal as far as buy, but you're buying less now. You know, even the house in Lincoln, house in Lincoln was $49,000. I'll be double hesitant to pay that price today.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of uncertain times. I mean, for me, obviously, I'm not an expert or a guru or anything like that. I feel like it's gonna crash. I guess I should say it's gonna decline in pricing, but we just won't see that until 6, 12, maybe 18 months.
Yeah.
I don't have a timetable, but I know that it's gonna be cheaper 6 months down the road than it is now, because there's like I think 30 million unemployed. There's a lot of people doing forbearance. So once we're post COVID and people, all the restrictions from the counties and the states, or everybody's reopening the economy, I think slowly people without work are gonna, it's gonna all bottle
It's gonna be real ugly out here. Yeah, it's gonna be real ugly out here. But like, I just think the government's gonna step in though. There's like 30 million people without unemployment. Like, think about that. That's like 30 million people unemployed. Like, everybody I talk to has been let go of the job. Basically, like, if you're not a businessman, you've been let go of your job or you're laid off. It is insane. And it's like, I'm in a restaurant business, as you know, and it's like I'm still selling and I'm doing pretty good. But I'm like, yo, these people using credit? What are they using? I mean, there's some people on unemployment, but I'm scared. I'm scared, like you said. I'm scared, like, when it opens back up and then.
Yeah, because like you said, I mean, even the people that are unemployed, they're collecting unemployment, but that can only get you so far. And then once that unemployment's up, and then the business or the industry that they were in no longer is, can sustain that business model in today's world, what are they going to do? So I think, it's unfortunate, but in times of crises, there's going to be a lot of opportunities. So, you got to be patient. I think Alex Pardo said it. You gotta be patient. You gotta be patient, liquid, and
it was the other one. You gotta be patient, liquid. It was something else too. And lean. You have to be lean. I think it was.
Lean. Yeah. So you gotta really watch your expenses if you're like in a wholesaling business or whatever business. You gotta really watch your expenses. But
the other thing that's gonna, real estate wise, because you're in real estate, other thing that's gonna change is a lot of these people that are in the game gonna leave. They're gonna get scared and they're gonna leave. And I think there's gonna be a lot of opportunity for people that stay in the game.
Right.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna stay on this. I'm still gonna buy. I'm more cautious of when I buy now. Like, I think me and my partner were looking at houses like the last 3 weeks, and we're only looking at houses that we could possibly rent, but we can't sell it. You got to think about that. But I talked to a couple people and I'm getting unscared. I'm like, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make money regardless.
Here's the thing. As long as no matter what market it is, up or down, in the middle, as long as you get at a price where it makes sense, where you still can make money, if you buy it low enough, you're gonna make money. You can, like you said, you can either rent it out if you can't flip it, or you can still flip it and just make a smaller margin that you were.
Yes. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep on flipping. I was telling you recently, probably reposition and go into renting more now. But I start picking up rentals because you have to, especially now. When the prices are going down. I think I'm closing on a deal Monday with one of my investor buddies. I'm his agent on the deal. We did an offer on this house about 4 months ago, and we didn't get it. It was under contract with somebody else, and we just picked it up for $16,000. The $16,000 deal. He's gonna be all in it. He's gonna close on it for it's gonna be $17,100 on the closing. It's gonna dump about 25 into it. He's gonna rent it for about $1,200. Cap rate is amazing on that deal.
Yeah.
So there's opportunity out there.
There's definitely opportunity. So any parting words, any advice you would want to give someone who's looking to get into real estate, especially during these times? What kind of advice would you give someone who is looking to get started? What do you, based on your experience and kind of where you've gone through.
Not as hard as it looks. Just do it. You know what I mean? Like, just do it, bro. It's not as hard as it looks. I'm not where I want to be. You know, I flipped the house, but like that's nothing. You know.
Right.
But just do it, bro. Like, it ain't as hard. If you wanna get into wholesaling, just buy some signs, put them up. You're gonna get calls. Eventually, you're gonna get calls. And just know your numbers. And don't think because you're a wholesaler, you know the market real good. Because trust me, I'm still learning every day.
Right. Yeah, the market changes every day, so you definitely got to know the numbers, because you don't want to be putting a house on the contract and not able to sell that contract. You don't want to.
There's a couple of wholesalers that were hitting me up when COVID first came out. And they were like, yo, I can't move this house. Like, can you help me in this? And I'm like, yo, like wholesalers that would be like, yo, I would own JB. They were hitting me up with houses. And I'm like, yo, you got it too high. You have to go back and lower that price. Because if you don't, you ain't going to sell it right now.
Yeah. Uncertain time. Well, where can people connect with you? Give them your social media.
Well, on Facebook, I'm Lisandro Lee Garcia. On Instagram, I'm Goodfella Lee. Just reach out to me, people.
All right.